console in the iPad that we use for the remote proctoring is remarkably user-friendly. As you'd imagine, it has a lot of the same feel as an iPhone would have as far as being pretty intuitive when you use it. You're at a location when they're ready for you. They can ring into you. You're there. You can add the value to the case that you have to add and give the advice as they're working. It doesn't require you obviously to be mobile and to go. And if a case gets canceled, then it's not a major change in your day as far as the experience. The cases go quick and they're able to turn the rooms over. You're available when they're available. And so I think it's going to do away with a lot of traveling for what companies and industry have used for trying to proctor and teach learning facilities. Because I don't think there's much to be added by physically being there. I can't imagine in a year or two that anybody will be proctoring in person. It takes so much out of the equation as far as the burden of doing this, and you lose, really the experience that I've had with it, I don't know what you lose by not being there. My hope is to have systems in multiple labs where they would use us as a resource, and I think for the fellows and for the people at your home base, they get this, the luxury of seeing complex cases at multiple other facilities, and so they don't physically have to be there. They're not just, again, getting exposed to the chance cases that they see as a fellow. They're going to have the opportunity to see these other cases going on in other places, and you'd hope to eventually have a situation where you would be able to do the opposite rather than me just being a proctor, that I'd be able to be a televisor. And so I'd be able to send out a complex case that we're doing today, and I'd be able to send it out, and people that want to watch can pull it up on their iPad and watch us transmit from our Avail system. And you'd like to see that maybe around the country, that you'd have Dr. Carmpaliotis at Columbia, you'd have Dr. Khatri at Cleveland Clinic, you'd have Dr. Lombardi out at University of Washington, Seattle, and you'd be able to say, look, this is the schedule of cases today, and your fellows who might have had a slow day today can sit there and watch 4 or 5 of the world's premier operators do complex cases and have that experience. And I think with the opportunity to see that real time and to understand the thought process of these guys that are really good at what they do, and see how they're doing things their particular ways, and make that a universally available teaching tool rather than unique to just one site or one group of fellows, I think is going to be invaluable. You could see the day that'll be what fellows' rooms are like at different institutions. There's going to be 5 TV screens in the room there. That cases will be running all the time from institutions around the country and around the world, for that matter. And when you're not in the middle of a case, or you don't have a case, or things are slow, you'll go watch some master somewhere do a complex case. It's got mobility. It's got a lot of attractive qualities to it that I think would be a real benefit for centers to have if they're looking to televise cases. From a rep perspective, I think there's probably 2 points of value for the rep physician relationship. I think one, education for the reps is going to be, I think, enhanced enormously from a system like this. I mean, they're going to have the ability to be able to watch cases that are clear across the country without traveling to do that. I think for the physician who needs a rep's assistance during a case, if you don't have, aren't quite clear on how to prep a device, or if you're not quite sure on sizing, or things that come up that the reps are oftentimes invaluable with, there's no reason, again, why they physically need to be there most of the time. Now, all these reps cover multiple hospitals, and so if they're in the middle of a case at one location, they can't be available to you. But I think this is going to be a much more elegant way of doing it, where the reps are actually going to be able to see and add the value that they bring to the case.